I'd like to talk now about solar thermal energy for farmers. Why is this particular sector benefiting from this technology?
Well, any rural agricultural business, or any business indeed, but specifically farmers who have a requirement for hot water, perhaps dairy farmers, fruit businesses, it might have large requirements for their shower blocks, or any sort of processing business, ongoing processing. If they're using a lot of hot water, now there is something called the renewable heat incentive is available. So you're actually, just like with solar PV, you're getting paid to generate hot water. Those are on a 20-year contract. You get it index linked, so you get paid to generate this hot water if it's in a commercial application. Now that's great because you get paid anyway, but actually you're then saving the cost of heating this water in the first place. So whatever way you're doing it now, and quite commonly on farms, it's unfortunately having to be done by oil or electricity, which are very expensive. And the price of those resources are going up year on year, as we discussed it, at 6% plus. So energy bills are becoming increasingly important, and therefore if you can generate your own hot water just using free sunlight, you can reduce the cost of the utility bills, and you can get paid a renewable heat incentive. So overall it actually offers, a very good financial investment for a farmer to do that. And increasingly as well, farm businesses are being put under the microscope by their customers, the supermarkets, the processors, and if you can demonstrate the fact that you're doing something useful and ethical within your business, that's also something that's really helpful in terms of those assessments with your customers, or with on-farm assessments for your FABL assurances and other such things, to demonstrate that you're a business that's caring.
Can you give me some examples of perhaps the payback and investment opportunities in this sector?
Yeah, well, as a financial investment, it'll depend a little bit on what your use of the hot water is, how much usage you're making of it, and but typically at a very minimum you'd almost expect a 10% rate of return financially from using solar thermal, and we've done systems where they're looking at 25-30% rates of return financially from generating hot water. So it's about making use of that hot water you generate, because unlike with solar electricity can just be exported into the grid, but if you heat your hot water tank up and you don't use it, then you can't heat anymore until such time as it's been consumed. So if you have that ongoing requirement for hot water, then the rates of return for doing it can be very high in terms of payback.